I'll rise and shine as I step into my new day. Health, prosperity, and happiness will follow me every step of the way. Fill my life with all of life's riches, and bless me, God, as I graciously step past all and any glitches. And there you go. That is the first soul time statement that I'm going to be sharing with you on my channel. That's called Rise and Shine. And I'll link to it in the description if you haven't seen it, describing what these soul time channeled messages are. They're statements that you can call them a prayer if that's what you would like it to be. You can call it an incantation. You can make it an affirmation, whatever you would like it to be. It's kind of a profound channeled statement that came to me at a time actually too when it was important to shift from negativity into positivity. And I find this to be one of the most empowering statements, channel statements that has come through for me at this point. And it starts you off on a good foot. There's really nothing else you can do but rise in the morning. Now, with this soul time statement, how I practice this, how I've been led and kind of guided to practice this is the first thing that I say in the morning. It is the first thing that I say. It is how I greet my day. So greeting your day in this way, it's okay. First, let's just say life is not perfect. Not everything is going to be perfect. This is actually why I think it's such, this soul time statement to me is almost genius. Because at the very end, you know, we're hoping for good things. We're going to rise up. We're going to shine in this new day, which is I'm going to accept the best parts of me and I'm going to lead forward with that. Health. What is life without health? Prosperity. That can be abundance in many areas of life, if not all areas of life. Happiness. What is health if you can't have happiness? What is anything if you can't have happiness? And these following you every step of the way. So regardless of how exciting or mundane your day is, this is how you lead with it. And this is how you move forward with it. And this is what you kind of put out into the universe. And one of the things that I did not mention in the video explaining how these came to me and why I'd be releasing them is that, you know, the statement that your mind is the most powerful organ, I guess, that we have, like it communicates to the universe. I'm going to challenge that, and I'm going to challenge it because I believe that sound is the most powerful tool that we have in changing our lives. I can think all day long, but I have not necessarily, I mean, I'm possibly, maybe you could argue about electromagnetic activity and that's occurring in the brain. But when I turn a thought into a word, I've actually introduced something spiritual into the 3D. I've made it exist through my words, through sound, through frequency and vibration. So stating this, and I feel like too, making it the first thing that you say in the morning. If you know you're going to get out of bed and you're going to have to deal with the kids, you're going to have to deal with your husband or your partner, or anybody is like asking you something, you just gentle your finger on their lips. And you go and you declare your statement and then you get on with your day. My life is not quite that chaotic or disruptive. So I get up in the morning, sometimes go to the bathroom first, and then I start my process. And this is the first thing that I say. There are many other things that I say, and I'll get into those over time, but there are so many different soul time statements like this that I'm going to be sharing with you on the channel, on my channel. And I feel like people, depending on, you know, what your life is and what's going on in your life, you can kind of pick and choose the ones that really suit you. So this is my go-to, and I feel that it is very important, very empowering to anyone, almost really honestly at any stage. or cycle that you could be going through in life. So again, just kind of looking back at the genius of this that was channeled through the Christ consciousness energy. Fill my life with all of life's riches. Now, that statement in itself, what is the richness of life? The richness of life, I mean, kind of generalizing it is, I want to say to some extent, it is experience. Again, that is not stating that every experience is going to just be positive. Life cannot just be filled with what we perceive as positive experiences 99.9% of the time. It's impossible. And that is also, I think, one of the fallacies of sort of like things like The Secret and other things kind of centered around that you can completely create whatever life that you want to. I honestly am a true believer that when we're making plans, God's got other things in mind for us. So if you want to go against the universe, you can. That's often a struggle. But it's the richness of life. It is the experience that grants us wisdom. It is the experience that forms and creates our character. Sometimes those experiences can be difficult, but this is all part of the richness of life. But it does, honestly, I mean, when you say it, it kind of brings an uplifting and opening up to receive the prosperity, happiness, health, and abundance that you wish to receive in your day. The very end of this soul time statement, sorry, I keep looking at the side here because I just have it like written so I can, in my mind, I have it completely memorized through rehearsal. But to be able to kind of pull it apart and look at it like this, I do have it written down. And then, bless me, God, as I graciously step past all and any glitches. And I feel that grace is something that when we take it on, we can sort of step forward in our day and step throughout our day in a very humble, yet I would say, I would even beg to say confident yet humble. I'm meeting this obstacle. I know that I can get through it, and I can be humble in that journey. Grace is also, I think, the energy of building bridges, So just this statement, it really is one of my favorite, and that's why I'm leading with it. And it's how I lead my day. So how I start every day, because I really do feel that it self-empowers. It connects you to the divine. It accepts that your path may not always be exactly as you intended it to be that day. It's just an absurd, honestly, it's an absurd lie to the collective that you should have complete control over your life at all times and create whatever you want. I feel that is probably on a very deep level, created a lot of frustration in the collective. Freedom of choice and will is part of universal law where we live today, how we exist. So we can meet the struggle. We're going to meet a struggle. At any point in time, you're going to meet a struggle. Earth, I learned a long time ago, is not a vacation planet. This is not vacation. There's lessons to be learned here. There's spiritual development. But yeah, there's not much else I'm going to say about this. I mean, I'm hoping for the most part that these soul time statements will speak for themselves. And obviously you're free to use it or not use it. And how you close these off too is, I feel like, a very personal preference, a very personal choice in terms of how you want to close any of these off. Now, if you want to utilize these like they were a prayer of some sort, then you would probably close off with amen at the end. You may want to do this in the name of anything, like in the name of Christ or Jesus, if you are practicing or connecting to that energy. if you want to utilize this as an incantation, if you want to utilize these as incantations for yourself, I would state them 3 times. And at the end of the statement, I would say, and so it is spoken, and so it shall be, blessed be. You can put an amen in there if you want. If it's an affirmation, I don't know if you want to affirm this one. I guess you could. I mean, you could affirm any of them as often as you want. I find that for myself, but it doesn't have to be the way that this is practiced for everyone, that an affirmation is something that I try to repeat to myself as often as possible to try to change my mindset and try to put that vibrational frequency out there. But because I feel like that this is kind of your first step in the day, if you can make your first step in the day through this positive lens and energy, it does actually really help the rest of your day. But as I was going to say with that, I find affirmations, I would stick them around the house, and I would keep I would focus on that again. I would say it again and say it again and say it again. I feel like an affirmation is something that you can just keep saying it, because, you know, there can be times too where we're in a particular frequency or mood or emotion, and it can be very difficult to get out of that. And by constantly repeating, we can start to reprogram our own minds. So, and affirmations, I feel, can be used that way as well. So that's what I have. That's the Rise and Shine Soul Time statement. And thank you so much. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.